So I said services in Danish the 24th, services in Danish the 31st, Harvard Hillel the 25th, and Harvard Hillel the 1st.
Good, we have special.
And you should be here for all
I should be
four.
here all of them unless you know, unless there's unless lightning strikes, I should be here. All right. All right. Okay, got it. We get going here. Okay, give me a second. I need the restroom. I will be ASAP.
You know what, I know your name, I know you by name, but not by face. I mean, only good things, only good things. They're all from Vienna Academy. Okay. Yeah. They can tell you.
I had an upgrade.
Yeah. So we're hanging out before service. As we do.
Oh, hi Ian, how are you?
Happy birthday.
Thank you very
Your
much.
birthday?
Today is her birthday.
Boy.
Oh,
Let me see who's coming up today.
yeah. She's a boy. I retired 2 years ago, so it's not bad.
Shirley.
I worked in a hotel, college hotel, on the Boston for 40 years. So I retired, I went to take retirement party yesterday, somebody, so it was nice to see everybody again. Pretty nice. No, and he isn't, I don't stay in my place so long, but I enjoyed it.
Well, we had a good day.
Yes, I had a
I
nice
was able to
birthday.
make
Good.
something that was
You guys met Shirley and Betty? Well, not Shirley and Betty. Yeah, Shirley and
Shirley and Betty, yeah.
Yeah, I went to a retirement party. That's what I did, that's nice.
I'm bringing some other folks to make sure they get to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Hi, my name is
Isaac
Shelley.
and Tamar.
Nice meeting you.
I'm sorry.
I like to swim.
I do too. I got it a couple years ago.
Yes. What's your name, by the way? Nice meeting you.
Betty walks like 8 miles a day or something.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Sure.
My name is Shelley.
4.5 or 5, that's not bad. Or with this trouble.
Couple days ago.
Well, actually, my dad used to say to me
The other half
when I was a little girl, he said, your name is Shirley Ann with an E.
Rose?
Mine's
But it's a very, and I always thought my, you know, my.
Oh,
Not even named after Shirley.
Rose. She knew? It's not Rose.
There were a lot of
We
Shirley's
lost
names after
Rose.
Shirley.
Right. And I'm from Green Gables.
So, yeah.
Her name was Ann Shirley, and she always said her name was Ann with an E.
I think I know Rose.
And you
Um,
Does she come with you guys?
I said Shirley and Ann with an E.
I'm Ann.
Because I have. And so I did it again. Ann with an E. So that's where I think about my dogs.
No one on the Zoom yet.
But now it's not as early because I died.
That's right, I would say.
I try to do this. I don't think I can do it. They talk it far.
Lives all over now. It's fun to do. Still wearing my hair. It's fun to do.
It's very
but I think he lives, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, it's called European. Yeah, she always does like ice cream
How are you?
So,
I'm Ariana, by the way. Oh, sure. Is this okay? A little more?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still have one side.
Yeah, I'm not upstate. I was very lucky. I was very lucky. I didn't know.
I went to one like the fastest.
I don't know. I know. I didn't know anything.
So I never got the bill today.
I don't realize.
Yeah,
But thank you for
yeah, no, that's.
thinking of it.
Well, I mean, it just, it's so much, so much mistakes.
It's one of those things that's like. It's not, just, you know.
No, it's just like,
It's like nobody thought of this.
no one thought of this until I thought of it.
Till the apple fell,
How many months does it take?
till the apple fell from the tree.
It's just
and-
crazy. It's just crazy. All right, oh, I need to turn that off.
It was in a year, it was in that school. That was the attitude. To me, that's the Don't ever stop.
And I go to museum, like,
So the 25th and the 1st are at Harvard Hill Ave? Yes?
Yep, they will be there. They will be there.
And the 24th and 31st are
Should
6:30.
be here, yeah.
Will you be here for all 4?
I believe so, unless things change.
Are the dogs coming tonight? Rabbi Jim, are the dogs coming tonight?
No, it was a weekend. I was there for sure. Only a concert. So that's all money basically survives.
Really?
Yeah,
So nice to have you.
Yeah.
Marianne, nice to have you. I know, I heard over Y'all like it?
I would love to.
It was funny when
I
they
think it was yesterday. I was born in Boston. So I'm a native.
For us, right?
I'm a native.
We'll see. Hello, Stuart.
I like every class I take. I feel like I like.
You guys probably have to.
I didn't want to tell it on the class.
She suits a lot of that.
I wanted to, but I tried the opportunity. I actually like that. Please, don't let this be in your way.
December. Okay.
So you can propose.
Pitch it to.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
You won Boston.
Yes.
Welcome,
Yeah, sure,
welcome.
right? Was in London for like.
We have special guests this evening,
I
as
have
you can
that.
see.
I have to.
Yes.
I have good luck. Hello.
I lived in a lot of
I'm
places.
Sadie. Nice to meet you.
And then I traveled with them as well.
All right, everybody. So hello. So we're so excited to welcome our friends here. And so I think what we'll do is we'll wait a little bit longer for people to arrive. And that way, when we do our introductions, we won't have too many people who don't know who everybody else. Except for me, as I already told the students, I'm gonna forget their names
Me
immediately.
too, so what do you want?
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Rabbi, do you have a question? How many elevators are operational in the building right now?
All of
As
them.
far as I know, all of them. I think so.
Very nice.
All right, so everybody, so we're just gonna sing a nigun now. Everyone can just sing along. There's no words. So no page in the book. There's no page in the book for the words without songs. So. Yeah, la, 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 Everyone feel like they know it now? All right, so everyone sing it. You can sing a little louder and we'll be a little faster. All right, well, it looks like nobody is joining us on Zoom.
Rabbi,
Yes.
is our eternal light burned out or is
Oh.
it not plugged in?
Whoa.
I think it might not be plugged in.
It's not plugged in.
Uh-oh.
Check the cord on the, hanging on the end of the,
Not so eternal.
Whoever done the carpet.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Good catch, Ann.
It was, it was out for a long time.
yeah.
And I didn't even notice that. I'm embarrassed to say.
Well, Rabbi Ariel said it's really the rekindled light.
Right, well, it's time to rekindle the light, right? It's time to rededicate, right? It's Hanukkah, it's time to turn the light back on after all these months of leaving it off. Okay.
Well, it usually's been on.
What are these disastrous things? All right, so I don't even know, I spent all this time putting together the Zoom. I don't even know if we need it or whatever. As fewer and fewer people come onto
Sandy's not
Zoom.
on here today.
I don't know what happened to Sandy, and I don't know, what did I just do with my
Is Sandy
guitar?
in
daughter's
person
here.
at all?
No, her daughter left.
My daughter left,
Oh, Debbie.
and our friend Ellen also from Cambridge. So
Oh.
that's why we keep it on for Sandy and Ellen. Those are our two.
And sometimes Jim and
Sometimes Jim and Sherry.
there.
All right, so let's see here. Maybe we'll light the candles. What do you say? Page 4, is it?
I think so.
All right, so maybe we'll invite Mariana and the students to come up. Anyone among the students who would like to light the candles, come up with Mariana and you can light for us. Page 4. And as the students are, and don't feel any pressure if you want to sit in your seat and not light the candles, that's also completely fine, except for Mariana has to.
I have to. Somebody please join
But
me.
someone should join Mariana.
So.
All right, and we'll all read together on page 4 in English under Aleph. May it be your will, our God and God of our ancestors, God who is filled with compassion, that you be my guide and support on this Shabbat. May I merit to receive Shabbat with great joy and happiness, song and delight. May I celebrate this Shabbat encircled by thoughts of love, of family and friends, holy community. May the peace of Shabbat protect all whom I hold dear. Guard and save me that no sorrow and pain find me on this Shabbat. No sadness or worry enter my heart. Let the merit rejoice with all my strength, with all my heart, all my soul, all my life on this holy Shabbat. Okay.
All right. Can I just sing it the way that I usually do?
The way you sing it is great.
To be honest.
Apple.
I'll try.
A lot of grandmothers here.
I know.
Boy, that went up in flame really quickly.
Yes, it did today.
Amen. Page 5, thank you. What's your name? Shira. Thank you, Shira. All right, so page 5. Whoops, kaboom.
Did I hit you?
Hello, Muriel, how are you?
Welcome.
All right, so we'll come together on page 5 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Asharei, Aleichem Yoni, Imelech, Aleichem Elohim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Aleichem Shalom, Aleichem Shalom, Aleichem Yom. Imelech, Aleichem Elohim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Shalom, Aleichem Shalom, Aleichem Yom. Imelech, Aleichem Elohim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lechem l'shalom, Aleichem Shalom, Aleichem Yom. Imelech, Aleichem Elohim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All right, so we'll sing one more song before we actually start our services. So page 141. Page 141, where technically our services start at 6:30, so I don't like to start early, but I want to start on time. Always a little complicated.
Delicate balance.
So page 141. Hallelujah. 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 Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
So I
Shalom.
think it's time to start. My watch is going to make some sort of noise before it tells me what time it is, but that's okay. All right, we're just on time. Perfect. All right, so we're going to turn to page 10. So before we have Ellen read us Yediv Nefesh, we will, I think we'll take a quick moment and just maybe go around the room, introduce ourselves so everyone knows everyone at least for a brief moment. So I'm Rabbi Jim, and we're so excited to welcome some students, Mariana, and some students from Gann Academy. It's great to have you. So pleased that you're here. Hope that this will not be the only time. It'll be the first time and not the only time that you join us. So Mariana, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Yeah.
And
Hi, everyone. I'm Mariana. If you haven't been bothered by me in the past, I work for Hebrew Senior Life. And I work with volunteers and multi-generational programming. And here's my friend Rochelle. So I'm super excited to have this great group of students joining us, and please help me give them a good
There's a seat.
CCB welcome.
There's a seat all the way next to Barbara. Yep. Okay, Ellen, who are you?
My name is Ellen.
Okay, this is Ellen. Great.
I'm Ann.
Hi, I'm Shira.
Shira.
I'm Shirley.
Shirley.
I'm Hetty.
This is Hetty.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Isaac, yeah.
Great, Isaac.
Hannah.
Hannah.
I'm Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm Stuart.
Stuart. Eleanor.
Sadie.
Sadie.
Sadie. One.
Mickey.
And Mickey.
Muriel.
Muriel and Rochelle. Okay.
Louise.
Louise. Tamar. Hadass. Bertha. Carol. Barbara. And Bunny.
Bunny.
Okay. It looks like Bunny does not have a
No,
book.
Bunny.
Bunny, do you need a Siddur?
Great. Thank you. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, whew.
Very good.
Look at me. Whoa, that's the one and only time. All right, so we'll do our best. All right, so Ellen is going to read Yedid Nefesh in English, and then we'll sing a couple of verses together in Hebrew.
An introductory song welcoming Shabbat. Yedid Nefesh. Beloved of my soul, compassionate Father, draw me, your servant, to your desire. Would that I could run like a gazelle and bow before your beauty, for I find your love sweeter than honey or any delight. Beautiful, splendorous light of the world, my soul is sick with love. God, please heal her by bathing her in your serene light. Then she shall surely be strengthened and healed and be your servant forever. Ancient One, let your compassion flow. Have pity on the child whom you love, for I have yearned for so long to see your luminescent power. My God, my beloved, hurry, please do not hide. Please, my beloved, reveal yourself. Spread the sukkah of your love over me. May the whole world be illuminated with your glory. Then shall we be glad and rejoice with you. My lover, come quickly, for the time has come. Have compassion for me as in days of old.
Thank you. Beautiful. Give me 1 second. Forget it. We're not. Hello, come on in.
Welcome.
All right, so we'll start with.
Is that Joyce under there?
That's Joyce.
It's Joyce. Hello,
Hi,
Joyce.
Joyce.
Okay, so let's.
Hi, Joyce.
Joyce, you can sit over here next to Isaac.
Joyce, you can't hide. We've got special guests tonight. So next to Isaac Zellermeyer. Yeah.
You can come and just be careful of the wires, not to trip.
Joyce, do you need a Siddur?
Probably does.
Probably.
I'm going to try to put it up. I'm going to try to put it up here.
Okay.
See how it goes.
If not, I'm happy.
And even if I do, though, it's not going to be very big.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, there we go. I don't know if I don't think it's probably too small to see, but we'll do our best. Yedid nefesh Avraham Nishochavda El Ritzonah Yavrutz Avda Kmo Haya Yishtachaveh Mul Hadara חפצו בכל טעם אדוני זיר העולם נפשי חולת אהבתה אנא אלה לפנה לה בהרב לה נועם זיווה אז תתחזק ותתרפא והייתה לך שפחת עולם יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה יאללה יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה יאללה לה לה יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה לה יאללה לה יאללה לה la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la. Hello, Georgia. Oh, I only have one hand, which is not good with these chairs. I really need two hands with these chairs. All right, there we go, Isaac. I'm gonna give it to you.
Yes, I get it.
There we go. Thank you. Oh, careful. We'll put the one next to here next to the Joyce too. So okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Hello, Georgia. Nice to have you. All right. So we're gonna turn to the next page, whatever that next page is. 11. Page 11. Theory. Oh, there we go. Okay. If you don't have a thing in front of you, you can look at the screen. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector, filled with thanks. Let us greet God, raising our voice in song. Lehu Ranana Ladonai Naria Litzor Ishelu Lekadama Fanav Betoda Bizmirot Naria Lo Kiel Gadol Adonai Mel Gadol Al Kol Elohim Shebir Mechei Aretz V'Toafot Avim Lo שלא היה והוא עשהו ויבש את ידיו יצרו או נשתחווה ונכרע נברכה לפני אדוני עושנו. Turn to the next page as soon as I can. And we'll come together at the little arrow at the bottom of the page. Arba'im Shana Aku Beto Valmaram Toelevavim Vehim Loidu Derachai Asher Ishbati Viapi Im Yivon El Menuchati. Next page. Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, praise God's name day after day. Tell of God's deliverance. Ya, ya, la, la, la. Ya, la, la, ya, ya, la, la. Ay, la, ay, la, la. La, 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 ya, ya, la, la. La 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 ya la ya la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la la Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Baruch Shemo Basaru Miyom Miyom Yeshuato Safaru Hagoyim Kivodo Deho Ahamim Leotam Kamaru Hagoyim Kivodo Deho Ahamim Leotam Ki Gadol Adonai Ulam Eo Norahu Alkohol Elohim Ki Gadol Adonai Ulam Eo Norahu Alkohol Elohim Yalla la 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 All right, let's read together. Tell the nations of God's glory. Speak of God's wonders among all peoples. For Adonai is great, surely to be praised, more revered than other gods. For the gods of the nations are man-made idols, but Adonai fashioned the very heavens. Grandeur and glory are God's honor guard, strength and joy where God is found. Offer to Adonai, peoples of the world, offer to Adonai honor and strength. Offer to Adonai, do God's name, bring a gift of thanksgiving, and enter God's presence. So we'll turn to not the next page, but the page after that. There we go. And we will read together on page, I'm sorry, would you tell me the number?
15.
15, thank you. Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad, let the many distant joy and rejoice. Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine, righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming the seeds run into battle. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the Master of all the earth. The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory. On page 16, we will come together at the little piece at the little arrow. Oh, Habehi Adonai Sinura Shomei Nafshot Chasidav Miyad Rashayim Yatzil Lehem Or Zavru Latzadik Urish Lev Simcha Simchu Tzadikim Adonai V'hodu L'zecher Kodsho. All right, so we will turn now from a series of Psalms talking about God's kingship and our need to sing to God, right? This is kind of a warm-up. We do warm-ups in Judaism. We don't try to get right to the prayers. We try to do a little bit of calisthenics, prayer calisthenics, and warm ourselves up. Let's see if I can get to where I'm going here. Sorry, I don't usually do this. It's a little
Where are
crazy.
you going?
It's a little crazy. I'm going to Lecha Dodi, page 24. Page 23, thank you. All right, so now we will welcome, so was it, no, it was Georgia was the last person who arrived, right? Okay, Georgia, congratulations. You are the Shabbat bride today, the last person to arrive. Always gets to be the Shabbat bride. We're
Why
always
isn't
excited.
it the first person to arrive?
Usually it's Rochelle. Rochelle is usually our latest person, but today, Georgia, you're the one who came latest.
Rabbi Jim, I have a question.
Sure.
Why isn't it the first person to arrive?
That is a great question, and I don't have an answer.
Make one up.
Oh my gosh, I don't have a good answer for that. Ellen, the reason that we did that, I think the reason we started doing that way back when, this goes back to when I was first here at, when I first came to CCB, which is now 6 years ago or so. I think we started doing this to make sure that no one felt awkward about coming in late. We always wanted to make sure that even if people were, running a little late, they got stuck at dinner, they went into their apartment and they started reading a newspaper, and then, oh my gosh, it's Shabbat, I gotta go down. That we didn't want them not to come, they didn't want them, so there was a special honor reserved for the person who came last. We should also have a special honor reserved for the person who comes first. But I'm just gonna say, they get to hang out with me longer.
Right.
That's enough to get everyone to come late. Oh, it's too late. The cutoff is Lecha Dodi. When we get to Lecha Dodi, because that's when we welcome the Shabbat bride. So sometimes the only chance is that the only thing that's better is if someone comes in the middle of Lecha Dodi. That means that they are really the Shabbat bride. So that happens. And it's not a gendered thing. You don't have to be a woman to be the Shabbat bride, because it's not a gendered thing. It's just you're carrying that aura. So, all right. So we're going to play Lecha Dodi now. Okay. All right. So page 23. We're doing this this song comes from the Reform movement. So there's 4 verses. Number 1, number 2, number 5, and number 9. Lecha Dodi, lecha kalai, alalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, lecha lecha. Adonai Shemu Tiferet Velitila Lechadodi Likakala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lechadodi Likakala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Likrat Shabbat Lechumenecha Ki Mekoho Ameracha Meros Mikerim Nisucha Sof Maasehem Shemat Tefillah Lichadodi Likakala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lichadodi Likakala Yalala 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 Nikabela Hitovevi Kiva ove Uvi Shir baby Vora Adonai Adonai Kiva Lechadodi Likakala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lechadodi Likakala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat Nikabela. All right, so I invite you to rise as you are able. And Anne, usually, Anne's going to try to do it, although despite all the traffic. Usually, we rely on Anne to open the door to let the Shabbat bride in. And we will let her. Oh, there she is. Okay, good. We all get a little bit of extra soul on Shabbat. We all get a little bit of an extra oomph in our hearts and our lungs. Shalom, Ateret, Ba'allah, Gam B'Simcha, Utzola, Toch Emunei Segula, Boi Chala, Boi Chala, Lechadodi Likakala, Alala, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Nikabela, Lechadodi Likakala, Yalala, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Nikabela. All right, we may be seated. And we'll turn not to the next page, but to the page after. Supporting social entrepreneurs and their solutions. More Shir Yom HaShabbat, and when Anne sits down, I'll ask her to read in English a song for the day of Shabbat.
And friends of the News Hour.
It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night.
The lute, pluck the harp. Let the sound of the lyre raise up.
You gladdened me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever.
But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time.
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raise my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather around me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like a date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards.
In old age, they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming, Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no flaw.
Please join me in Hebrew. Sadika Yifra She'eres Valvanon Yizke Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrihu Od Yinun V'Seva V'Shenim Ra'ananim Yihyu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tzuri V'lo Amulat Abo. All right, so we're going to turn now to page, I believe it's page 30 for the Mourner's Kaddish. And so if anyone is commemorating a yard site this week or is in mourning and would like to share the name of someone that they're remembering, please, Carol. Jim and Greg, thank you. Okay, so if it's your custom to rise to say Kaddish, for those who have gone to say Kaddish for them, please feel free to do so. And we will continue. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah. Yalmad Yivrach Yiruteh Yavlich Malchuteh B'chayekon V'mechon Uv'chayei Decho Beit Yisrael B'agala U'bizman Kaviv V'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'alam U'lnei Amayah Yiparach V'yishtabach V'yipa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei V'kudsha V'rihu Le'ela min kol birchata, v'shirata, tushbechata, v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalama v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemai, v'chaim aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom v'mamad, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru. Amen. All right, so we will turn now to page 39. 38? 38. Oh, A, yeah, 39A, yeah. Okay, there we go, 39A. Okay, and I invite you to rise as we come together, and it's so wonderful to have our friends from Gann Academy here. So I'll invite everyone to sort of look around and you can smile behind your mask at one another. So maybe your eyes will smile. So it's so wonderful to be together. And as we call one another into prayer, right, into the praise of God, we will do that. We will also call one another into community with ourselves. Okay, so Baruch hu et Adonai Hamavora. Baruch Adonai Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Leolam Vaed. And let's read together the first bracha before the Shema in English. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose words bring on the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings evening dusk. U'ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, u'ma'avdil ben yom u'ben laila. Oops. I don't know what happened. Adonai Tzevaot Shemo El-Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai HaMarihim HaRavim. Page 40. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amecha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu V'shochveinu kumeinu Nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha U'v'mitzvotecha Le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu V'orech yameinu V'orech yameinu U'behem negeh Yomam v'layla Yomam v'layla Ki hem chayenu V'orech yameinu U'behem negeh Yomam v'layla V'yavatecha Al tasim mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael. Okay, so we'll do the Shema now on page 41. And I invite you all to just take a moment to gather in all the different parts of yourself. Of course, we all are so scattered today with all the various things that we try to keep track of. And so to remember that there is some core of unity, and that's one of the things that we call Adonai, is that oneness within us, that connection to all. And so we'll just take a moment before reciting the Shema to sort of bring all the four corners of ourselves into unity. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך Vishinantaham levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'lechtecha b'derech, u'vshokbecha u'vkumecha, u'vshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu totafot b'neinecha, u'chtavtam amizuzot beitecha, so we will continue on the following page, and please feel free to take all these words at your own pace, or if these words are too many words, just feel free to use the words of your own heart, the commentary on the page, the translation, whatever is going to feed you in these few moments of silence. Adonai Elohechem Me'etin HaKuzot V'kayem Aleinu Ki Hu Adonai Eloheinu V'im Zu Latov Yenachnu Yisrael Amno. This is our enduring information binding on us that Adonai is our God, and there is none other, and we Israel are God's people. Turn to page 44. Malchuto b'ratzon kibbulu aleihem Moshe Miriam u'bnei Yisrael v'cha'anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yameru kulam mi chamocha elim Adonai mi kamocha Nedar kodesh norah tehilot osef be'eleh malchutecha ra'u banecha bokei yam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu v'yameru Adonai imloch le'olam ba'ed V'ne'emar ki pada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo mi'ad chazak mimenu baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael. All right, so we'll read together on the next page, the second bracha after the Shema. We'll read it in English. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep easily. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us, remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming with life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. All right, so now we will turn to the following page, which is page 46. Page 46. Okay, and we will sing V'shamru traditionally we'll sing the Shamru as we are standing. So if it's comfortable and safe for you to stand, please do so. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורות בריא עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. So we'll remain standing for the Chatzi Kaddish. Our tradition is to read the first three blessings of the Amidah aloud and then to continue silently. So again, feel free to use the words in the book or the meditations of your own heart. There's no reason to rush through everything in the book if that doesn't work for you. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba v'yalamad yivrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomecha Uchayedechu Bet Yisrael Ba'agala Ubizman Kaviv V'imru Amen Yehesh Rabba Mivarach Yalamu Al Ne'almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei degudsha v'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushvichata v'nechemata damiran v'yalma v'imiru amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaNorah El Elyon גומר חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיה מתים אחריו להושיע Mashiva Ruach Morida Geshem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye Meitim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Mi Kamocha Ba'al Giburot Umido Mela Melech Minit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua Bene'eman Ata B'chayot Metzim Baruch Ata Adonai Mechaye HaMetzim Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Toshim B'chol Yom Yahalelucha Seva Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. So we continue silently. Feel free to be seated if it's more comfortable, and we'll go through the next few pages.
No, no. Let's be the part.
Oh, no, I know.
Okay, let's be the part.
All right. I need to find the. And get the. That's the real one, which is. All right. This is the problem when I'm the only person here running around. Okay, so we will turn now to page 61. Is that right? 51.
51 for the Shamar.
Page,
Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav. Page 51. Shalom Rav. Okay. All right, everyone. So page 51. Please join me in English. Grant abundant and lasting peace to your people Israel and all who dwell on earth. For you are the sovereign master of all the ways of peace. May it please you to bless your people Israel at all times with your gift of peace. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam. Ki ataru melech adon kol hashalom. Ki ataru melech adon kol hashalom. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'einecha v'varech et Amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה ישמרך. שלום רע ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. right, so I don't have it on the screen, but page 171, 173. That's right, 173. 173 is, oh, actually, I do have it. Well, I'm not going to bother getting it now. So this is the Misha Berach. So if anyone is in need of healing, anyone who is ill or injured and needs healing, please feel free to raise your voice and share with us the names who do. Louise, why don't we start with you?
Okay. Liz Bella, Michael Snyder, Howard Snyder, Avi Taylor, Susan Todd, Wendy Levy, Doug Levy, Rosa Hurtado, Sharon Kaufman, and Lisa Escobar.
Lovely, thank you. Anyone else in the back row? Well, okay, how about the middle row? Anybody? Mickey, anybody? No? Ann, go ahead.
My brother Charles.
Anyone over here? Georgia?
Stan Kaiser,
Great. Okay.
Ellen Zuniga. Don't forget up here.
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Rabbi, you
Shalom,
forgot
everyone.
about
It's so wonderful to see this whole group together. It's really great, and I thought I would just very briefly I would invite people to share if they would like to a little something about Hanukkah this year. Anything. It's been a weird year, of course, in general, and so I was all excited for Hanukkah because it felt like, oh, we're really getting to that point of darkness where we can sort of also know that the light is going to come, and then we hear all about a new variant of COVID. We hear all about sort of ominous news from in various aspects of our national life, and so I'm left to sort of say to myself that this wonderful teaching that's in the Talmud, in Avodah Zarah, one of the tractates of the Talmud, that says, when the first person, who was the first person, Adam was the name, right? But that word name Adam, right, is just actually means person. So the first person, when he and probably Chava was there too, but the story only talks about Adam. Typical biblical, sort of Talmudic story. Let's forget the woman and just talk about the man. We'll pretend that the woman was there too. Right. So Adam and Chava get to the end of the first year, right? Of course, when was the world created? Who remembers what day? and Rosh Hashanah. Right, so the first of Tishrei, that's the first. So when they get to the end of Kislev, and they see, what do they see? They see just like what we see, right? Oh my gosh, every day the days get shorter and shorter, right? It gets darker and darker. Is it ever going to stop? Right? Is it just that, the days are going to get shorter and shorter, and then eventually there'll just be no more light at all, right? And of course, they're humans, right? So what do they immediately think?
The worst.
They think the worst. And the worst is not that they're going to die, right? I mean, that's not great. I'm not saying that's great, right? But that's not the worst, right? What is the worst? That it's their own fault, right? It must have been something we did, right? What did I do to deserve this? And who, which one of us has never said that, right? Oh, no, I must have, I said something mean to that person, and that's why the days are getting shorter and shorter. There's going to be no days at all. It's going to be permanent night. Right? So it's bad enough it's going to be permanent night. The worst thing, though, is that we blame ourselves for everything. Right? And actually, my boss told me today that this is the longest night of the year. Tonight is the longest night of the year, right before Rosh Chodesh. Right, tomorrow is the new. We start celebrating the new moon tonight, and then they notice. Right? Oh, wait a second. What's happening? The days are getting longer again. Right? And they recognize, oh, wait a second, it's not our fault at all. This is just the way things are, right? This is just the way the world is. Right? There's more darkness, there's more light, right? Obviously, what we do has an effect, right? We're not just like completely powerless in pawns, and so what our actions, our decisions have influence, right? But it's not all about us, right? The world has a way of being, and so the rabbis in this story decided that it was actually Adam and Eve who decided that they needed to celebrate Hanukkah. So you may think, right, that Hanukkah is a holiday that never happened in the Torah. Right, but the rabbis would disagree. They would say that Adam and Eve made up Hanukkah, and so that we've been celebrating Hanukkah since the very beginning of the world. So just in case you were wondering which came first, Hanukkah or Christmas, it was definitely Hanukkah.
That's
all right.
ridiculous.
So anyway, I thought that maybe anyone who would like to share some thoughts they have about Hanukkah this year, or any memories of Hanukkah from a previous year's favorite memories would be wonderful to hear.
I know 2 years ago, I was in my brother's house. We picked a name out to pick people presents out, and that was nice.
That's great.
It is. So I had spent some money to get people presents. It was nice.
That's great. It's nice to spread the gifts around, right?
Yes.
So not everyone has to get everyone a gift.
That's true.
Especially if you have to give 8 gifts, right? 8 gifts every night. Oh, it's too many gifts.
It is.
So just one gift for one person. That's nice. Yeah. Please, Carol.
I thought the Hanukkah party that we had here was like, as you say, a bright light in the midst of darkness for me. I know a few others.
Yes, thank you.
We didn't have anything last year that I can remember like that.
Yes.
Or at any time this season for anything.
Right. Last year was darkness pretty much, uninterrupted, right? We did have probably something Hanukkah like on Zoom or something like this, but it's not the same. It's not the same as being together, singing, right? And eating latkes together, right?
It doesn't taste very good.
Yeah. And wait, latkes don't taste the same if you're just sitting in front of your computer eating them by yourself. Thank you, Carol, for reminding me.
I'm curious if any students have Hanukkah traditions that are unique to your family or not that you want to share, even if they're goofy.
Goofy traditions are usually the best ones.
Goofy is the best. Anybody?
I have one.
Yeah.
Well, my little brother, he is 9 now, but every Hanukkah he makes us his own Hanukkah, and it's never good, so it never works. And every time we put the candles on the Hanukkah, it breaks. But we do it every
Every
Hanukkah. So I guess that's our
Tradition.
Yes.
And you know it's gonna break every year.
A breakable Hanukkah. That's-
Which I have.
Would you have?
When I started to light the second candle, the Hanukkah just went out of my hands onto the floor.
Oh.
I don't know what broke, the candles seem to be intact, and there does not seem to be anything in particular. But this is it, this is the way it's supposed to
How
be.
it goes. If anyone here is a foodie, there's been a recent trend towards making latkes out of not regular white potatoes. So sweet potato latkes or beet latkes. Has anybody, some people think that's so unacceptable. Has anybody tried? How did, yeah,
Yes,
Hadas,
we had this,
like outdoor voice.
we had this like Hanukkah last night for a whole grade, and it like we got to have like all these different foods, and they had like such an assortment of different foods, and it was really cool, and like we had some bonding experiences.
Over different Hanukkah foods.
Yeah, but it was like a whole like grade activities and different things, and
Cool.
it was really nice.
That's awesome.
That's great. That actually leads to another really, oh, you want to say something? Please,
Yeah.
please.
I raised my hand because you asked if I've ever had a sweet potato latke, and I have.
Or
They're
beet.
amazing.
We like sweet potato latkes.
We do?
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, I do.
We, yeah.
I don't, the royal we.
Yeah. Some people refuse to try them because they like the traditional
Right.
waxy potato latke and that's it. Some people like to branch out. Joyce.
I have a rather amusing story.
Oh, good.
In this day and age of so much intermarriage, my son was married to a Catholic girl. And I always wanted to keep Hanukkah alive in the family. So I told my granddaughter, who was probably about 6 years old at the time, I want to take you out for Hanukkah. And I want you to pick out a present that you like. So we went shopping. And what she picked out was a cross.
Like a pendant, like a necklet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's-
Oh, man.
That's the reality of our world, right? Yes. Yep. That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's funny.
Well, I was just reflecting, when I moved here 2 years ago, I was in the process of getting rid of practically everything. And since my youngest son, who's now about 45, was in preschool at the Hillel Academy, he'd been baking a little Hanukkah every year. I had 3 or so of these. And we lighted them, at least we put them out with the other main Hanukkahs. And I just realized I kind of miss them because I don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
He may have them, but it's a kind of a change.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask one final question is did we already ask what is our favorite Hanukkah food question?
I did not ask.
So, yeah, so does anyone have, I mean, latkes, if your favorite thing is latkes, maybe, that's,
Great.
but
Yeah.
that's wonderful. But are there any odd favorite Hanukkah foods? Yeah, please.
Well, at our school, they gave us this Hanukkah food that's new. It's potato chips with chocolate.
Whoa!
Like
Apparently-
dipped in chocolate?
No. Take big bags of potato chips, and then they just like take melted chocolate and pour it all over.
Oh,
And
it's like chocolate potato chip nachos.
Yes.
It's
Oh.
so good.
They're so good.
That sounds problematic in the extreme.
We
Like, can you
have
buy them at the butchery? Like where? No.
They make it themselves. Not we, but the lunch people that work
At
there.
GAN?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I want to go back to high school.
You're like cafeteria company.
Yes. I've never seen it
Sounds
before.
Chocolate covered potato chips.
I think it sounds delicious.
That sounds
Interesting.
amazing.
And they're good.
No one likes
Sweet and salty. I
No,
mean,
last,
that is so Hanukkah.
is it so great?
It's oily. It's
Oily and chocolatey all at once.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that sometime.
No, so my other congregation had a Hanukkah party online last night on Zoom. And one of our members is Sephardic. He grew up in Cairo. And so he showed us on Zoom bunellos, I think they were called.
Oh.
And they're like little tiny donuts, but he was making them in this special cast iron pot that had like multiple little cups in it. And it was like, I imagine you could also like poach eggs or something in there.
Uh-huh.
But each one had oil, right? And it was like a little individual donut kind of thing. And they looked, and then you drench them with honey. They look so honey and powdered sugar. And everyone that was on the Zoom was like, wait, why are we on Zoom? We should all be at your house right now eating these things. Yeah, they looked amazing. I'd never heard of them before, but anyway, all right, well, good. So
Now that
all
we're
right.
all hungry.
Now that we're all hungry, we'll make our kiddush, which is on page 55. But so maybe would you two help Mariana with the wine and grape juice?
Yeah.
That'd be great. And I hope I have enough cups.
Do I need to take orders or what?
Why don't you just make why don't we just take orders for wine? Who wants wine?
Alcohol.
Anyone who doesn't want wine, keep your hands down.
No,
because
just Shirley.
No, Shirley only gets one.
Shirley, you're difficult enough as it is.
All right.
I'm kidding. I
All
love
right,
you.
so anyone who wants wine, raise your hand. Everyone else is gonna get juice.
10
Is it gonna
wine.
be
10 wines,
bread?
okay,
Is it
great.
gonna be bread, Rabbi Chip?
I'm sorry?
Is there
Bread?
challah
Yes, there's
for
coffee, yeah.
distribution?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's coffee, yeah.
All right,
And
so
I'm
10
gonna-
wine, let me count the
And I'm gonna
remainder.
take grape juice.
I am just this one together.
14 juice and chips.
And how many cups do we have and how many cups do we
If you
need?
spill a little bit, it is not a problem.
Yeah, a little bit is good,
little bit.
especially with the wine.
Yeah. It's not like I can't win. I can't win so much. Hadas, this is mostly.
Hadas, if you're still, you have to lick it up with your
No.
finger.
If you spill.
All right, right, exactly. So how many do you have?
Yeah, I counted 10.
You counted 10, but I'm counting,
And
we have 9, so we need,
14 total for.
so I need 5 more cups.
But it looks like you had.
I have these cups here, but I think you can get smaller.
So I didn't call it. Like coffee.
Sure.
Thank you.
Next one we just see,
What's?
these ones must be here because it's small.
She likes more chocolate.
She can afford it.
Okay.
All right. All right, so the girls will come around very soon with,
Okay, perfect.
and so in the middle, as we're waiting, we'll sing a nigun. Yalla, hey, la, 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 yalla, la, la. La, 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 la. Yalla, la, 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 la. La, la, la,
You can't have wine. Okay, I'll get it.
Did you want
Can
wine?
I pour more?
Is that wine? Okay,
The fumes
Is there
are-
gonna
the
be
fumes
bread,
are coming
Rabbi
off.
Jim?
I just wanted to make sure.
Is there gonna be bread?
There is bread, there is bread. All right, everybody, page. Thank you, ladies. Page 56, 55. Everyone, feel free to join me with the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. Shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher v'tziyat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha Yahava Uchratzon Inchaltanu Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Amen. Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov, and Hanukkah Sameach.
Hanukkah Sameach לכולם.
When is the bread coming?
Right now. Sadie, would you help Mariana with the challah? And
Are we, they're,
there's 3 challah rolls.
they're left.
And what we do is, if you and Sadie could eat, when we, after the blessing, each of you can take what you want to do is take hold it in the thing. Hold it
Together?
in the
bag.
No, each one of you hold, Sadie's got it.
Okay.
And carry it around, everyone can take a little smush.
Okay,
Okay, and then the third one will be in reserve.
got it.
Okay, all right,
Can I
so,
have some bread, please?
whoa,
Right, that's what we have reserved.
exactly.
Darn it.
Can I have some bread, please?
Yeah, in a moment.
Okay.
Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, Lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Okay, so now we'll go around and
Can I have some
eat.
bread, please?
It's coming.
People take it early, okay? Go to that one first.
You wanna fluff a little bit? Fluff away? crusty.
Thank you.
No good. Perfect.
Okay.
A little bit. One of this, so you're welcome. There you go.
Thank you.
To your health and mine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
It's okay. There's no elegant way to do this.
There's nothing elegant about it.
It's very elegant. Elegant. You did a good job, Barbara. Let the record show.
Yeah.
Sydney, Hannah, any? A little
Can I go through?
Yeah, don't touch me.
As I said, no, I'll get my Stuart, any for you? All right, Sadie, did you got the front row? Yes.
There's Sandy.
Awesome.
Sandy is here, which is great. We were so busy, we didn't even notice that Sandy was here. That's
Robert, you
wonderful.
want a bissell?
I've got a
You've got a
biscuit. I took one off the front.
You've got a lot.
I am undeterred.
The bread was nice and warm.
Exactly. I baked it.
You baked it?
I did, because it was frozen.
It was frozen hollow and you baked it?
It was good.
All right, everybody. So Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone from 100 Center Street for joining us. Thank you, everyone from Gann Academy.
Will you be here next Friday night, Rabbi Jim?
Next Friday night, we'll be here. We will be here. Thank you, Mariana, for all your help. Thank you to all the students for all your help. Go ahead, Jordan.
Where are your dogs tonight?
The dogs are with my ex. They're having a good time. They're on a little road trip. As all dogs should have road trips from time to time. All right. All right, so we're going to end services tonight with Eight Dodim Kala. It is a time for lovers. Come into my garden, my bride. The vines are blossoming. The pomegranates are budding. I know it's a little sexy, but you just have to put up with it. All right. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Have a great rest of Hanukkah. We're sixth night tonight, and then have a really great new month of Tevet. Know that the light is going to keep on getting stronger and stronger. Every day will get a little longer. Ein Dodim Kala, boi legani. 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 Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Eight Dodim Kala, boi legani. 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 Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Amorecha hagefen, einetzu harimoni. Eight Dodim Kala, boi legani. Eight Dodim Kala, All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you for being
Have a
here on
wonderful
my
Hanukkah.
birthday.
See you next week, Ellen.
Next Friday night.
Next Friday night, we'll be here.
Thank you for being here on my birthday.
You're
I really
welcome. Happy
appreciate
birthday.
it. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here, sharing your birthday with us.
And I will see you next Friday night.
Good, sounds good.
Thank you for being here, Rabbi Jim.
You're welcome. That's my
I'll see you next Friday night.
pleasure. Sounds good.
Citizen. Sometimes. Shirley, I adore you.
All right, Ellen. See you soon. Bye-bye, Eleanor. Good night, good night, Ellen. See you soon.
Yes.
Perfect. See you then.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Bunny. Nice to see you. That's what I thought. I thought you were Bunny. Molly, that's what I thought. I was like, where did Bunny come from? Right. Great to see you, Molly.
Okay, I got you. When I called you today, it was.
Thank you, Bertha. I do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
nice
but
to
it was
meet you.
your
Good
landline.
night, Stuart.
Oh, okay.
You too, Bertha. I'll see you soon. Thank you,
All
Mary.
right,
See you
there you
soon.
go. I'm in there. Yes, yes, I'm waiting to hear if he can do that date, reschedule date. Yep. All right, thank you for rolling with the punches, and I'll get you a book beforehand. So you'll have something to read. Did you meet any of these cool students? Yes. Yeah, they're awesome.
I love your shirt.
Yeah, we want it.
For the season. I like it.
Very seasonal.
Very seasonal.
That's neat.
Yeah.
You missed the
Oh,
train.
it's so nice. I love seeing you.
Good to see you. So,
Okay. Did everybody get to meet Kesha? Say hello if you haven't. Thank you. What's your name?
Rochelle's my 104 year old. Nice to meet you. Nice to see all these kids. Good. Nice to have, always nice to have a crowd. Exactly.
Very nice.
Thank you, Carol. Great to see you. Good Shabbos.
Good night, everybody.
It's just, you know, the only thing that happens is that it becomes more and more familiar. It just, you know, you learn the tunes, you learn the words.
More Manischewitz.
Great to see you, Joyce. Good Shabbos. Great to see you. Thank you for your story.
If you had Manischewitz.
Very effective. She is. She's gonna pick it right up. Great, Ann. Good Shabbos. Great to see
Simply
you.
sweet.
Have some good Shabbos. Good
It's, I
Shabbos.
kind of like it,
So
but I know that puts me in the mood. Allegedly
glad you were here.
sweet or allegedly.
See you soon.
Oh, right, exactly. Because you wouldn't know. You wouldn't actually know, of course. You would have no
Thank
idea.
you.
Thank you.
So wonderful to have you. Hope
You're like-
you'll join us again
You're like,
soon.
wow, I'm having a great time. Did it loosen you up?
No, it was worse.
Really? It made you extra.
All right, stay warm, everyone.
Yeah.
Good Shabbos.
Yeah,
Great
look
to
at
see
this
you.
kid down it.
Bye, sweetie.
Good job.
See you soon. Bye.
Awesome.
It was fun.
It's great. It's
We'll make
really
it
good.
happen again.
Love it.